Hi, I'm Rob from HopZine.com. Thanks for joining me for another video beer review. This time we're looking at another beer from the Otter Brewery in Devon, in England, and it is their Christmas beer, Otter Claus. It is 5% ABV. Big thanks to the people at Otter for sending over a couple of bottles of Otter Claus for reviewing. I'm just on the back of reviewing another two Christmas beers. The There Is No Santa from Brewdog and the Winter Canine Cruiser Winter Ale from Flying Dog. I've just recapped them, as you can see. Got my bench capper here from Home Brewing. I mean, they didn't set me on fire, to be honest. But I thought, I'll stick with this. And I'm going to find a nice one. Well, there's nothing wrong with those, but they just weren't my taste. Anyway, yeah. So, check these guys out online at otterbrewery.com, I think it is. Let me just check. Otterbrewery.com, yeah. I've had their Otter Head, really enjoyed it. Otter Bitter, very solid bitter. And Otter Bright, a lovely sessionable pale ale I've had from them. I've liked everything I've had. There's something quintessentially English about them as well, which is really nice, but it's really nicely done. Anyway, in the glass, kind of a really nice clean copper looking beer. A brief kind of fizz of off-white head. There's a similarity. There's a kind of a trend occurring here. That's the Flying Dog. I guess these winter ales have that kind of darker, kind of coppery amber quality to them. Anyway, let's have a sniff. That's really interesting. I've found myself making that noise twice now. I'm not sure I like it. Anyway, but this is a really nice quality in the beer. It's a real kind of I guess if you made bread yourself and you just put it in the oven, so it's still a bit doughy, but you'd put some kind of really interesting flavours in there. That's what I'm getting from this. There's maybe a kind of stewed apple quality in there, red apples though. There's definitely a rich toffee in there. Maybe a slight metallic edge to it. Yeah, maybe kind of like certain spices as well. Maybe dried citrus peel. Yeah, mild coppery edge to it as well. Maybe kind of like it's quite fumey in a way. There's like you're getting from something that's a lot more alcoholic than this, but there's a bready British malty backbone to it, which is quite nice. In many ways it reminds me of, it's like a smaller version of the K9 from the aroma. There's similarities, I'd say, to Otter Head as well. Anyway, let's get a taste. That's interesting. Once again, similar to Otter Head. There is a definitely English hop bitterness in there. Big bready malt. There's a burnt marmalade, kind of like a really kind of like heavy marmalade quality in there, which isn't lively, crisp like in an IPA. The bitterness that is lasting is very pithy orange, slightly fragrant. Yeah, once again, spices. I'm getting spices in this. Maybe a bit of nutmeg. Just as I took that swig, I kind of breathed in some of the aromas. Got a bit of bonfire toffee. Burnt toast made with brown bread. Maybe a faint coffee and licorice edge. The aftertaste is really nice actually. It's a lingering bitterness, which, as I said before, has got this kind of slightly mulled wine edge, which has got a kind of dried orange peel quality to it. It's quite nice, that. It's quite nice. Not going crazy for it, but I think there's a trend occurring once again. Are Christmas beers for me? I had some really nice ones last night, actually. Anchor Christmas, lovely. I've reviewed 2 versions of that before. I had that last night. The Père Noël from Durank in Belgium. That was lovely. So that is Otter Claus from the Otter Brewery in Devon. 5% ABV. So that's their Christmas beer. And out of the 3 that I've had tonight, a Brewdog and a winter ale from Flying Dog, I think the Otter one's winning out. Nice stuff. Nice stuff is that. Anyway, so that is a bottle of Otter Claus from the Otter Brewery in Devon. Big thanks to the people at Otter for sending these bottles over for reviewing. I'm sure I'm going to have another couple of these, and in this kind of weather, this is the kind of thing you want, something's going to warm you up. I'm sure I'm going to share a couple of bottles with members of my family as well around the Christmas table, and yeah, it's not bad at all, that. So yeah, check these guys out online, otterbrewery.com. So yeah, anyway, I'm Rob from HopZine.com. I'll see you next time. Cheers.